guys looking for coins? Well, look no further than UT coin banks like the DFS sale. It never fucking ends. Use the code RAT66 at checkout for the most money if you order. And apart from that, hope you guys do enjoy today's video. Done it in one take. What is up, guys? ThePremiumRat here. Welcome back to episode 12 of the Spurs career mode. And as you can already tell, I am feeling fucking rough. Anyway, we start this episode with the FA Cup 5th round. Could be the 5th round. We're playing against QPR away. We played them. There we go. This is the quarterfinals, so this is the 6th round, I think. We played QPR in the Premier League. The last episode, and managed to bag a 3-1 victory away from home, and this time we're playing them again away in the FA Cup. But we get off to a pretty decent start. Marshall gets played through, spins a little roulette, and then a good save out of Green. Otherwise, we would have gone 1-0 up early on. But things got really good for us, I suppose. We started off really well, and we deserved a goal, I suppose. But that goal kind of came in the version of a red card to Clint Hill. Marshall was going through on goal, and he probably would have scored, to be honest. And last man, Clint Hill, dives in. It wasn't a particularly malicious challenge, but he brings him down. Fucking 5 yards outside the box, and so he was probably always going to go and score from there. But anyway, we do manage to take the lead then in about the 25th minute. I think that was Stambouli doing really well down the wing, getting to the byline and then just drilling one across, and Chadley chipping in with another goal. I'm not sure how many goals he's bagged this season, but he's been pretty good for us, Nasser. And so that's another one. It's his first goal in the FA Cup, but I'm pretty sure he bagged a few in the league. Anyway, that put us 1-0 up after about 28 minutes, I think it was. But how many times have we seen this? Typical Tottenham. We concede straight away. I just don't know what it is. We fucking seem to do it every single game. We get an early lead, and then we concede straight away, and all the hard work is undone. I think that might have been Austin. Oh, no, it might have been Vargas actually that slotted that at the end. I think it was Leroy Fer doing well, and then he sweated it, kind of sweaty goal, but I'm not that bothered. A goal's a goal on career mode. Anyway, and that equalised for them. And that was just before half-time. And just after half-time, QPR was still posing a lot of threats and probably should have gone 2-1 up. I think that was Isla doing well, passing it around, and then somehow my defence just seems to fail, and he just smashes it just past the post. But then we had a couple of good chances. Marshall laying in Townsend, and he really should have done better there, at least hitting the target. That was absolutely disgraceful. And again, Meyer doing well, getting past the defender and just agonisingly wide, going past the post. And that was about the 80th minute, I think. But then finally, we do manage to take the lead and seal this game out. Marshall playing an expert through ball onto Townsend. He cuts inside on his left foot and finishes to put us 2-1 up and give us the 2-1 victory in the FA Cup. Again, QPR, they're not a bad side away from home. We've done pretty well to get through. But as you can see there, a good finish by Townsend nonetheless. And that is fantastically how it finished. The FA Cup team came in and did the job. We didn't really start with any of the big guns at all, so to get through was pretty decent. As you can see there, that put us into the semi-finals, where we would either play Swansea, Leicester, who got through on penalties, or Manchester United. So the next round of that, and hopefully the final will be coming up in the next couple of episodes. Anyway, on to the second game then. We've got the second leg of our epic clash against Monaco. If you haven't seen last episode, we managed to draw 3-3 at home after being 3-0 down. Some miraculous comeback with 10 minutes to go, and this was the away leg. So we're sitting 3-3 on aggregate, and we really did need an away goal, and we got off to the best start possible. Dembele playing it to Destro, nice little 1-2, and going through. And from fucking maybe 8 yards, he's not going to miss from there, and that gave us the early lead after about 5 minutes. Some great play around the edge of the box, and Dembele has chipped in with a lot of vital goals for this season. He just loves scoring in the Europa League. He seems to start every game in the Europa League, and because of that, he's going to net a couple of goals, and that's pretty decent. We then have a good chance, about 18 minutes gone. Eriksson with a free kick 34 yards out. He steps up, powers it over the wall, but the keeper made a good save, and we were dominating, to be fair. The only chance Monaco had was right on the stroke of half-time here. It gets thrown to Matinho, and tries to arrow it in the near post, but Lloris is fucking up to standard there and keeps it out. As you can see there at half-time, we had 3 shots, 3 on target. They had 3 shots, but only 1 on target. Fairly even in terms of possession, but for the home side, they really weren't playing that well. And as you can see there, we brought Marshall on as well at half-time because Desher had picked up a booking. We thought we'd bring on Marshall for just that little bit of extra pace on the counter-attack, because we knew they were going to come out firing in the second half, and that's exactly what they did. Berbatov with a decent chance here, 1-2ing it. It falls to Berbatov about 13 yards out, and again, Lloris with an absolutely expert save to deny the ex-Spurs man. But, as usual, on the counter-attack then, We managed to seal the game, and there was only going to be one man that was going to seal this game. We bought him on, Marshall, the ex-Monaco man that we bought for fucking 3.5 mil, I think it was. Strootman played the ball over the top, and he takes it down and celebrates in the corner, gives him a little shush against his former club. The Yids going absolutely fucking mental in Monaco. They're going to get absolutely off their cunt tonight. But anyway, a great finish nonetheless. And that gave us the 2-0 lead, and that put us 5-3 up on aggregate, which means that Monaco needed 2 goals. And that was never really going to happen because that was about the 70-something minute that we scored that second goal. And that was it. We managed to hold on for the 2-0 away victory, and that sent us through 5-3 on aggregate. I believe into the quarters now of the Europa League. So we're progressing well in the FA Cup. We're progressing well in the Europa League. So, you know, we're looking to have 2 trophies. You can see there by the stats, 4 shots, 4 on target. We took our chances and they pretty much didn't. Then as you can see there, that puts us through into the quarterfinals where we'd either play Fiorentina, PSG, Everton. I'm not sure who else actually, to be honest. I have no fucking idea. But anyway, back to the Premier League then. I just thought I'd show you the table. We're currently sitting 9th. But, you know, pretty much 3 games behind everyone else. So if we win those 3 games, we go into 4th. Anyway, on to our 3rd and final game of the episode. We had Albert Square FC at home. We obviously were looking for revenge because the first game of the season we started with a humiliating defeat away from home. But we get off to an absolutely blinding start. Eriksson missed that free kick in the last game, but he wasn't going to miss this one. He's been practicing all week long. 29 yards out, steps up, bangs it over the wall, and too much power for Adrian, and he just guides it into the corner, and that put us 1-0 up after about 20 minutes. And obviously, as I said, we were looking for revenge because the first episode of the whole series we start away at West Ham, and we obviously lost that, and that was on Legendary. But now we step down to World Class. Obviously, the difficulty is going to be a little bit easier, and that's exactly what happened. A great, honestly, a fantastic free kick, and I'm really not that great at free kicks on FIFA, so to bury that, I was quite proud of that. Anyway, but again, just like against QPR, how many fucking times have we seen this? This is 24 minutes on the clock, so absolutely no time at all after we've taken the lead. I have no idea how Carroll isn't offside there, but the ball gets fed to him over the top, and he does well to power his header into the near post there. I'm not really sure. I don't know whether Lloris could have done better or whatever. But again, you know, a decent finish, I suppose. Not much I could have done about that. But we just seem to go 1-0 up, and just the concentration just lapses, and we seem to concede straight away. There's another angle of Carroll's goal. I don't know whether Lloris could have done better. Yeah, he kind of flaps his arms at it, but it is right in the corner, so no qualms about that. And but anyway, that was 1-0 after about 25 minutes. So we had a long time to try and get the winner in this game. We had a fair few chances, but finally we did manage to take the lead again. About 5 minutes after, an instant reply, to be honest. 3 goals in about 10 minutes. A Destro being played over the top. I think it might have been from Maya, and he took it down. A kind of bit of a defensive mistake, but he took it down and took it round the keeper, and he did actually very, very well to finish that. So that put us 2-1 up in about the 31st minute. But again, just before half-time, West Ham posing some threats. Nolan and Carroll working well up front, and Nolan there blasting one just over the bar. And again, we ended the game actually on 10 men. This is just after half-time. Walker, I think it was one-on-one with, I think it might have been Zarate, who was actually played through there. And he's got to take one for the team there and get himself the red card. To be honest, again, no qualms about that. He was kind of last man. It wasn't a malicious tackle or anything like that. But we had to make some changes. I think we brought off Meyer, I think it was, and managed to bring on Norton. And made some more defensive changes, and that was it. Basically, that was it. West Ham decided to time waste there for the last couple of minutes. I have no idea why. That's some sort of glitch in the FIFA system, whatever, this year. But anyway, guys, that is pretty much it. I do apologise for my voice. I feel absolutely rough. Could be tonsillitis coming back again for the fucking 4th year in a row. But anyway, if you have enjoyed the video, please drop it a thumbs up. If you are new around here, don't forget to subscribe. And apart from that, hope you have enjoyed the video. Apart from that, I love you all. If you're not already following me on Twitter as well, the links will be down in the description. And yeah, I love you all, and I will see you guys later on. Goodbye.